thanks for checking us out again. Today is big window day. This is part 2 of our window videos. Charlie is ready. She is so ready. Charlie's off barking at some aeroplane because she thinks it's a drone. It's actually quite low. What's he carrying? Oh, it's a seaplane. Special shout out to John from up the northwest. I heard last night that you're watching our videos and enjoying them, and it's I do feel like I'm talking to you guys sometimes, so I do. Charlie, leave it alone, it's an aeroplane. Yeah, I do think of the guys up northwest, up in Smithton every now and then, and as I'm making these vids I do feel like I am talking to old friends up there, so if you're tuning in from up in Mifton, thanks for coming along for the ride. So Alex is just turning up now. I did move these windows. Yesterday I got the tractor out and moved these hunk of chunks into pretty close to where they've got to be. Did you catch the aeroplane, Charlie dog? She's still looking for it. She's on high alert. Go get it. Yeah, silly dog. I brought them around the front of the house and actually through the deck area here, and then sort of just poked them up on the slab. They're nice and close to where they're going to be installed, obviously here and here, but we can deglaze them, lean the glass up against this wall or this wall over here or whatever, so it's nice and close to when we need to install it. Today's a little bit foggy in the valley. Got some fog rolling down that way, some fog rolling up that way, a little bit of cloud, but otherwise we've got blue skies. We might have a reasonable day. It might be about 22 or something like that. I'm hoping we might get a start on these guys up the top here. If we can sort of get them out of the way and finished off and sealed up again, then we're really only left with some doors and these big guys here. So we've got a couple of fellas coming tomorrow to give us a hand with those. It'll be another job ticked off the list. So anyway, enough waffling, let's get into it. That was a bit of a task. Sorry I couldn't get you in on the details of that. It was just a bit too, just talking to these guys, just a bit too hairy to sort of move the camera around and whatnot. But we've managed to get this guy in and fit it off, and then a couple of rubber strips that clip down in between the extrusions, and then this guy here fits up against those. We've got a sash to put back in there, and then we'll waterproof all of this, bring that up and tape him off, and then we've just got flashings and whatnot to sort out up here, but otherwise they're pretty much in. So it's pretty much rinse and repeat with these guys as far as the sealing tape around the outside goes. Just where these two meet, we've got these rubber fins. They go in okay, but we're having trouble pushing the windows together once that rubber what do we call it? Joining weather strips, that's what it is. So we're going to try a little bit of soapy water on this one, see how that goes. Got our sill tape, it's all pretty much the same as what you've seen before, but just higher in the air, and still got glass in it. Good morning. Didn't get much sleep last night. It was pretty windy and I woke up to that, but it's just awake, stressing, excited. That's what it was. I was excited about putting these windows in. Just stressing a little bit about, we've got to take those windows out and change the seals around. They're not in correctly. Alex has just pulled up here, so I'm going to let him know and see his reaction. Morning. How are you? I've got great news for you. We've got to take those windows out up top again. The seals are the other way around, and that's probably why they're not coming together. We've only got to take one of them out, but yeah, we can do that probably tomorrow or something like that. You want coffee?
Yeah, good.
All right, I'll see you in a bit. Well, wasn't too bad. I was a bit worried that he was gonna go off, but anyway, he might watch this video, so good on you, Alex. Not a bad dude. I'd like to just drive some screws into the side of the frames and pull them together and just leave the... there's plenty of squish there, there's plenty of rubber seal there to squish together. It's just not sitting as it should, and I'm hoping perfect. A little bit tighter, a little bit closer together, more contact to the seal, all of that sort of stuff should happen when we turn those around. Anyway, I'm off to get coffee because caffeine is going to be required today. If not alcohol. No. I can't say enough. Thanks for joining us. I really notice people tuning in and people subscribing and liking videos and commenting and stuff like that. I feel like it's a bit of a way of us keeping people that we've sort of lost contact with. Used to see them every day. I used to work in a hardware store up north, and it was great. The community was fantastic. You'd see the same people, every few days, and have a bit of a yarn to them and help them out with whatever they need. And miss quite a lot of them. People that I worked with were fantastic. We weren't quite locals. We were 9 years off being locals, but felt like we were well on our way. One caffeinated beverage later. Oh yes. Stu sent me a PDF last night of all of the different profiles, and a couple of those profile pictures have this strengthening mullion, what I'm assuming is a strengthening mullion, sort of just stuck to the outside of it. No detail about how it screws to it or whatever. This strengthening mullion, it's got to go on the inside. PDF shows it going on the outside with the PVC extrusion over the outside of it, but I don't know how we're going to attach it to two frames that are butted together. Anyway, so plenty of questions for Stu today. He had to email Germany last night to get some answers to some of his questions. So hopefully he is the man with all the answers this morning, and with all of the manpower and all of the answers, should just be a smooth, easy thing. There's no bureaucracy involved at this point, so what could possibly go wrong? Don't answer that. It's a rhetorical question. Rhetorical. RH. Rhetorical question. Don't answer it. I'm very sorry. I forgot to set you up. But we've got some window frames in place. It really has been much of the same process. We've had a supervisor dog. We're in our sill tape. We've put the paper waterproofing flap around the outside of all the windows. The weird thing's been this post in the middle. We've had to work out how to attach to this guy. It's actually worked out pretty well. We're using it's actually a timber threaded tech head screw, and we've just pre-drilled into the steel. So this is going through the frame, which has a steel box inside of it, and then it's actually catching on both sides of this skinny little post. Putting some screws down into the sills to keep them into place. We've got clips up the side here because we had space on this side, but over here this side was very tight. We actually shaved down the fins on the back of these windows And instead of putting clips in, we probably could have fitted the clips in there as far as space this way goes. Because we shaved that fin off, there was nothing for the clip to fit onto. So again, same sort of screw, a little bit of an angle this time, and we're actually going to catch this piece of timber. So that's a nice solid fixing as well. Gone through the top with all the standard clips. We did put the rubbers in the right way. They fit together really nice, and it's quite a small gap in the front here. So I do apologise for not setting you up, but it was much of the same sort of process, just a lot larger. So we actually deglazed all of the frames, set the big panes over here. We've got the little sashes off to the side. It's all pretty much screwed off and packed out and level and straight and ready to go. And then these things. Don't know how we're going to go rolling these over. We have to. They came out of the windows that were lying on their side, so we actually need to stand them up before we can glaze them in place. Stu and Chris have been great. Certainly got a lot done this morning. These are big windows. There's a lot of mechanical connections that we need to make. So they've been good to have here. Really appreciate their help. Hopefully they can hang around for another couple of hours. I reckon maybe another hour or so. But I'll try and remember to set you guys up this time. You'll just see us struggling with these big bits of glass and using packers and beads and all that sort of fun stuff. Charlie is enjoying the sunshine, but she's underfoot. Look at that, just napping. Oh, hi. Anyway, stay tuned. It's about to get real. Let's get back into it. Very quickly, I'm so out of battery, but I'm so stoked we got these windows in. I know it wasn't all that exciting for you guys. I couldn't move the camera around very much. We were just at it. This is finished. This wall, this glass, that's how it's gonna stay. Loving it.